Hi, welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Thursday, May 7th. I'm Rick Boyer, pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church, and I'm glad that you have chosen to take a break in your day. The idea of this time is to take a break from all of the things that are going on and all the demands on our time and all the things that stress us out, and to breathe in the breath of God, to center ourselves in God who made us, who knows us by name, who loves us and forgives us and calls us. We invite you to, I've been working my way through the Psalms, and so I invite you to join me in that journey. Today is Psalm 18, and there is a verse in the middle of that psalm. He has reached down and he took me up. He pulled me out of the mighty waters. That's a paraphrase. That's what I remember of it. The psalm, in the introduction, the tradition is that it was a psalm of David at the time when he had been rescued from Saul, who was hunting him down. And Saul had the whole army of Israel, and David had a band of soldiers, a small band of soldiers and followers. And so there's this sense of him being in an awful flood of water, in the rushing water and struggling. We know some of that right now. We know some of the challenges of everything that is rushing at us and may have some of the feeling. But the story, the psalm, tells the story of all of the ways that God came to protect David, his chosen one. And we are all chosen by God because God knows us all by name. So I invite you to go to that quiet room in your house and close the door and find a comfortable chair, sit down, feel the support of that chair. Feel it on the back of your legs and on your back and on your arms. Get comfortable in that chair. Close your eyes and take some deep breaths. And as you breathe in the breath of God. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. Breathe in the breath of life. Breathe out all the impurities. Breathe in the breath of life. Breathe out everything that keeps you away from God. And imagine that you are wrapped in the presence of God. And that God is surrounding you like the water, the warm water of a soaking tub. So imagine yourself going down into that warm water, and as you feel the water wrapping around you, surrounding you, maybe your feet first, you feel the tensions and the anxiety of the day being released. And then you sit down in that tub, and as you sink down into the water, you can feel the peace and the calm and the relaxation of and warmth of that water. And in doing so, you feel the warmth and love of God. Imagine as you sit down as well that it pulls and wraps around your hips and then comes to the rest of your main body, your back and your stomach, and it's all relaxed. The tensions melt away. And imagine that the warmth of that water comes to your shoulders and your arms and your hands. Maybe open those hands if they've been closed and turn them up to receive God's love and grace and peace. feel the tensions and all of those places in your body drift away. They float away on top of that bath water. And then take some of the water and let it run down over your head and your neck and your face. And as it does so, it brings a smile to your face. And it releases the tension in your jaw and your neck. And your brow is unfurrowed. For you are wrapped in the presence and peace of God. Can you feel it? Now in your mind's eye, go to a place where there is water rushing by in a river or a stream or a rapid. I've done whitewater rafting on the down at Ohio Pile on the West Virginia Pennsylvania border on the Youghiogheny River. That's where I'm going. You can see that water rushing by. And you think about, as you watch it, all of the things that are rushing by in our lives and all of the things that are churning and turning and creating white water of their own, and the rocks that are in there and the struggles that are in there. And as you're thinking about all that, someone comes beside you and takes your hand. And it is a loving and gracious presence. It is the presence of God in Christ. When he does that, you turn and look into his eyes. And he says hello. And he invites you to talk about what you've been thinking about and the things that are rushing by, what the water represents for you. And he has responses for you. In the quiet of these next few moments, have a conversation together. And then the time for this conversation to end has come. If it's too soon for you, press the pause button. So you say goodbye. And after you've said goodbye, you let that image fade away. And you imagine the room where you are right now. And when you're ready, you open your eyes. Well, that's Take a Break, Take a Breath for Thursday. If you have feedback for me, and I appreciate feedback, send it to rick@prospectchurch.org.